Consider facing life's toughest challenges, loss, pain, uncertainty, and still managing to not only survive, but thrive. Stoicism isn't just ancient history or forgotten philosophies. It's a way of life that can transform your struggles into strengths and your fears into courage. It's not a quick fix, but a mindset that can help you gracefully navigate the chaos of modern life. In a society that constantly pushes you towards endless desires and instant gratification, Stoicism teaches that true happiness can be found by embracing simplicity, gratitude, and focusing on what you can control. This isn't just another self-help trend. It's a proven philosophy used by leaders, thinkers, and emperors to lead meaningful lives. If you felt lost, overwhelmed, or just curious about living a good life, stick around as we explore the wisdom of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have left us valuable secrets to uncover. This journey could be the turning point you've been seeking. Remember, don't skip any part of this content. You are different from the majority, an exception. Act like one. Trust that putting people first, as exemplified by Marcus Aurelius, is a true mark of leadership in a world that often values possessions over generosity. Picture yourself as the most powerful man in the entire known world, where every luxury, every pleasure could easily be within your reach, without a second thought. However, when confronted with one of the most devastating crises of his era, a pandemic that threatened to obliterate a significant portion of his empire, Marcus made a choice that defied expectations. Instead of secluding himself in the opulence of his palace, surrounded by riches and comfort, he took a bold and humble step. He began to liquidate his own possessions, treasures that were not only valuable, but also symbols of imperial power and divine status. This was more than just a symbolic gesture. It was a crucial lifeline extended to a society struggling to survive. A society that viewed him not only as a leader, but also as a source of compassion and hope. This act of selflessness serves as a striking example of Stoicism in practice. Stoicism, a philosophy that extols the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, was not merely a theoretical framework for Marcus. It was a way of life. By prioritizing the well-being of his people over his personal comfort, Marcus embodied the Stoic belief that true wealth is not derived from material possessions, but from leading a life of virtue and service to others. Yet Marcus Aurelius was not the sole philosopher to endorse these ideals. Consider Aristotle, who posited that genuine happiness stems from leading a life of virtuous activity in harmony with reason. He maintained that genuine fulfillment arises from contributing to the community and living a life that transcends personal pleasure or material wealth. Similarly, Plato underscored the significance of the philosopher king, a ruler who, guided by wisdom and justice, places the needs of the state and its citizens above his own desires. When we prioritize people, particularly in times of crisis, we provide more than just material assistance. We extend hope, unity, and a shared sense of humanity. This epitomizes the type of leadership embodied by Marcus Aurelius, a leadership grounded not in power or intimidation, but in empathy, sacrifice, and a profound dedication to the collective welfare of all. When you feel like you've hit a wall and can't seem to find a way forward, remember that there is always another path available. It's a common experience to feel frustrated and stuck when it seems like every direction you turn leads nowhere. However, this feeling can actually be transformed into something positive. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, such as Seneca and Epictetus, believe that obstacles are not the end of the road, but rather opportunities for growth and discovery of new paths. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not have control over what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. By shifting our perspective and seeing obstacles as redirections rather than dead ends, we can embrace the idea that there is always another way forward. This alternative path may not be easy, but it may require us to tap into our inner resources, be creative, and develop new skills and strengths. We should reflect on the insights of other prominent figures in Western philosophy and psychology. According to Aristotle, art should capture the inner importance of things rather than just their outward appearance. This aligns with the Stoic belief that it is not the external obstacles themselves that shape our experiences, but rather how we interpret them and the choices we make in response. Socrates, through his method of questioning, encourages us to examine our beliefs regarding the challenges we encounter. By challenging our assumptions, we may discover alternative routes and answers that were not apparent due to our initial responses and feelings. This Stoic teaching, that there is always another way available, goes beyond simply conquering difficulties. It is a lesson in understanding that life's obstacles are a necessary part of our journey. They mold us, challenge us, and ultimately guide us towards our utmost potential. It serves as a reminder that we always have a choice, not in what occurs to us, but in how we choose to react to what occurs. 3. Progress one step at a time. It's common to get caught up in the cycle of planning, dreaming, and contemplating our next move in life. We often wait for the perfect moment to start a project, make a change, or pursue a dream. However, Marcus Aurelius reminds us of a simple yet profound truth. Simply knowing isn't sufficient. We must take action. It's not enough to have intentions or make plans. We must take tangible steps to achieve our goals. Procrastination hinders progress. The idea of taking action, moving gradually towards our objectives, lies at the core of Stoicism. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with nature, which involves acknowledging our ability to think, plan, and most importantly, act. Marcus Aurelius, in addition to being a philosopher, was an emperor who had to make impactful decisions affecting millions. His words, rooted in experience, emphasize that reaching our potential is contingent on our actions, not just our thoughts. How can we break free from the inertia that is holding us back and transition from dreaming to taking action? The Stoic discipline of action provides a roadmap for us. It all starts with taking small steps, starting today. This principle is echoed by other great philosophers and psychologists. Aristotle famously stated, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This emphasizes the power of consistent small steps towards our goals. Our character and lives are defined not by grand gestures, but by the small daily actions we take. Plato, in his dialogues, emphasized the importance of aligning our actions with our values and ideals, linking true knowledge to right action. This aligns with the Stoic focus on living according to virtue and reason, helping us move closer to the good life Plato envisioned. Embracing the journey of growth and self-improvement with patience and persistence, as Marcus Aurelius advises, involves taking it step by step. Every significant journey begins with a single step. Whether it's improving our health, writing a book, or working towards a better world, the key is to start and to keep going, one step at a time. During quiet moments when the chaos fades away, our thoughts, feelings, and anxieties often come to the forefront. Marcus Aurelius realized that anxiety stems not from external factors, but from within ourselves. This realization, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy, teaches us that true peace comes from within, and that, to a large extent, anxiety is a choice. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control. While external events may be beyond our power, we have the ability to control our thoughts, perceptions, and reactions. This perspective enables us to let go of unnecessary worries and cultivate inner peace, irrespective of external circumstances. How can we practically implement this teaching in our lives and let go of anxiety to find true freedom? It is crucial to understand that anxiety frequently arises from our attempts to control things beyond our control, such as worrying about the future or how we are seen by others. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that these worries are outside our power and should not consume our thoughts or disrupt our inner calm. Plato stressed the significance of self-awareness, proposing that genuine understanding results in self-control. By recognizing our thoughts and feelings, we can pinpoint the origins of our anxiety and confront them logically and rationally. Socrates promoted a life of introspection, asserting that living without self-examination is not truly living. By exploring our anxieties, we have the opportunity to question their truth and change how we interact with them. According to the Stoics, overcoming anxiety involves changing how we view things. We must release our hold on what we cannot control and concentrate on how we react instead. This doesn't entail disregarding or suppressing our emotions, but rather observing them objectively and deciding not to allow them to disturb our serenity. 5. Getting off to a good start is crucial. Beginning the day positively can influence how the rest of it unfolds. This concept was strongly grasped by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus, despite his heavy responsibilities and power, dedicated himself to routines that grounded him and prepared him for the day ahead. He chose to wake up early not out of necessity, but out of a desire to start his day with purpose. Journaling for him was more than just reflection. It was a tool to align his actions and thoughts with his values. This disciplined morning routine was not about rigid schedules, but about ensuring each day began with intentionality. The principle that well begun is half done highlights the importance of starting our tasks, projects, and days in a way that sets us up for success. Aristotle emphasized the significance of habits in shaping our character and lives, believing excellence to be a habit. By beginning each day with routines reflecting a commitment to excellence, we cultivate habits leading to a virtuous and fulfilling life. Plato's concept of the ideal form serves as a compass, guiding us towards the best version of ourselves by starting each day with a clear intention. By embracing the day with intention, we take control of our lives, set a positive tone influencing our actions, and ensure our priorities and values are reflected throughout the day. Strictness with oneself, as Marcus Aurelius taught, is crucial for personal growth and self-discipline. The balance between compassion for others and discipline for oneself is essential for self-improvement. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, upholding high standards for ourselves, pursuing self-control, and striving for self-improvement should be a personal commitment. It's about recognizing our potential for growth and making conscious efforts to move closer to our ideal selves daily, without being harsh or unforgiving. Recognizing the importance of being lenient with others while strict with oneself, as Marcus Aurelius advocated, leads to self-discipline, personal excellence, and respect for diverse paths. Difficult people are seen as opportunities to practice virtues like patience and understanding, rather than obstacles. This internal journey towards personal growth and self-mastery is a path to a richer, more virtuous life. The question, is this essential? In a world filled with distractions and demands, is crucial for leading a purposeful life. Focusing on what truly matters, the essential, helps navigate life's complexities towards fulfillment and well-being. By concentrating on the essential, we align our actions with higher ideals of wisdom, virtue, and beauty, moving closer to our authentic selves. Embracing mantras like Amor Fati, Memento Mori, and focusing on contributing to the common good invite us to live with purpose, resilience, and joy. These Stoic reminders encourage us to accept challenges, cherish life, prioritize what matters, and consider our impact on others. By integrating these mantras into our lives, we create a present rich with meaning and a future full of possibilities, guided by timeless Stoic wisdom. Thanks.